There are a lot of classes in Campus 4.2 that have been either brought back or completely new. So in today's video, I am going to be telling you guys my opinions on what the best and worst classes inside of Royale High Campus 4.2 is. Alright, hi, TT here, and today we are going to be talking about the best and worst classes in Royale High 4.2 in my personal opinion. Alright, so before the video starts, please make sure to like and subscribe and follow all of my socials. They will be linked in the description. Without further ado, let me get into the video now. Now, I just want to make a small disclaimer about the best and the worst classes. I personally do not think that there is any worst class, like the classes are all very well done. I'm just ranking all of these classes based off of bias and how good I am at the actual class for me to consider them the best and the worst classes. And everybody can have their own opinions down in the comments. Just make sure to be very respectful down in the comments, because this is not an argument. Everybody is entitled to their own opinions, and there is no such thing as a right or wrong opinion. We can all just be respectful with our own opinions, with our own biases, and just share our thoughts down in the comments. Alright, so the first class, oh my god, no. The first class that we have here on my list is basketball. Now, if you guys have not seen my previous video, I'll put it on the screen right now, where I was talking about my opinions about the entirety of Campus 4.2. The classes section, I didn't necessarily have the nicest things to say about basketball, and in today's video I am going to be talking about how stressful it was to even get a basket inside of basketball class. I don't know how you even get a basketball inside of the hoop. It's just so hard to me. Like, I know some people say all you need to do is to like step back and like angle your mouse at the hoop and like it will go exactly where you want it to go, but every time I do that it just bounces off. Like, what am I doing wrong? I honestly don't know sometimes what I'm doing wrong. Ever since the Campus 4.2 update release, I have not gotten a single hoop inside of the basketball. I don't know, it's just so hard to me. Every time basketball comes up, I have just completely ignored the class. Like, I didn't want to go inside of the class. And that's honestly because I just have a skill issue. It's just my fault for not like fully understanding how to do basketball class. Maybe easy for a lot of other people to do, but in my personal opinion, basketball class is one of those classes I will be ignoring every time it comes up in the class schedule, and I'd rather do something else. Alright. Well, the next class I have on my list is English class. Now, personally, I really don't have anything bad to say about English class. I really love the classroom itself. It's very vibrant. I love that there's like all of these rainbow seats all around. But in terms of the class itself, like, I don't know if it's just you or me when we're just playing inside of the English class, but is it just me, or is the words inside of English class a little bit too sophisticated for the age group that's supposed to be playing inside of Royale High, which is like 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds playing Royale High? Like, is it just me? I feel like it's just me, because there are some words inside of the multiple choice thing that you need to choose on the board that has me shook. Like, how is a little girl or a little boy that's playing Royale High supposed to know how to spell unfortunately right? Like, of course I know how to spell unfortunately, but I don't know, I feel like the words that they are using inside of the English class are a bit bigger than what they use inside of Campus 1 and Campus 2. And that's coming from a person that actually really likes English. Like, as a subject, like as a in real life subject, English is one of the best subjects to me. And personally speaking, it is just one of those subjects that you can't really say no to, in my opinion. Like, it's something that is absolutely necessary in life. You need to be able to spell stuff correctly. That's why I like English class so much. But this English class inside of Royale High, I don't know, it needs to be checked. It needs to be studied. We need to be studied. We need to be prepared for some of these words. My overall opinion on it, there's really nothing wrong with English class, and every time that it comes up in the class schedule, I do join it in, because I genuinely do like the classroom. I like the atmosphere. Me getting something wrong just proves to me that I'm probably not as smart as I think I am, and I need to brush up on my English skills. Alright. So the next class that we have is study hall, where we basically need to grab our flashcards from our lockers and we need to rush all the way to the library. The flashcards don't really do anything. They just offer you free XP, just like the books do whenever you go to class. And it's basically like a memory game. You need to sit down and you need to remember what you just saw on the previous page on your flashcard. And the more flashcards that you get in front of your screen, right, the more that they will present to you for you to remember. So just as I said before, a memory game. Now, I have nothing bad to say about this class at all. I actually pretty much like it. I got an A in it multiple times, and it's one of those classes that you can just join and do. It's pretty easy. I don't know. It's just one of those classes that you really don't need to stress yourself out about. And yeah, I don't have anything else to say on that class. It's just very easy to me. Computer class. Oh my god, computer class is one of the best classes inside of the game. If you are a typing fanatic and you're either on your phone, on your laptop all the time, just typing stuff out to your friends or like typing stuff for your schoolwork and stuff, this class is the class for you. Basically, all you need to do inside of this class, you need to join the computer class with your book, which your book, just like the flashcards, just offers you XP, and you need to type out the words that are directly in front of you. Like for example, unfortunately, like small words like cat, dog, from, unicorn, like all those different words that you can just randomly get. And in my opinion, it is one of the best classes ever. It tests how fast you are in terms of typing. And I know a lot of people may not like this because you are on different devices. A lot of people may be on different devices based on how fast they could actually type. And if you're typing on phone or on like an iPad, it may be a little bit sticky based on how your screen is. If you're a general typer and you just type a lot in general, this is the class for you. Like out of all of the classes, this is probably one of the best classes for me, in my opinion. So I'm going to be moving on to the next class, which is the shopping mini game. Now, I actually was really excited for when this class came out, and now that I think about it, this class puts you in a very tough position to remember a lot of the things that we've actually seen before in the Campus 4.0 alpha, which now that I think about it, we really should have studied more, because the Campus 4.0 alpha that we would have gotten before actually had the student store when it wasn't operational. And now that the student store shopping minigame is actually operational, I feel like we just should have studied the non-operational one a little bit more, because the time that we have to look for the certain items inside of the shopping center, I don't know, it's just not enough time. In my opinion, it's just not enough time for me. I always end up getting like 6th or 7th place because I just have not studied the student store enough for me to know. And I'm pretty sure the student store is opened after hours for you to go inside and like study how the actual student store is set up. So when you are given a whole shopping list for you to put inside of your bag, you'll actually be aware of it. So if the student store actually does open up, which I'm pretty sure it does, just make sure to study everything inside of the store, so when the shop actually comes up for that little mini game, you actually know what you're doing. So that's what I'm definitely going to be doing in the future. Archery class, I actually didn't expect myself to be liking archery class that much, mostly because of my experience in Battle a la Royale. If you guys were on my stream, one of those times where I was streaming, I was getting absolutely cooked in Battle a la Royale. I don't know what was going on. I think it was just a skill issue, but I think personally, when you put your graphics on graphic 1, if you don't have the best laptop or the best like device in general, archery class is pretty doable. I found myself getting 1st place and like 2nd place, even like 5th place if it's like a full server, and honestly I don't mind it at all. Class is pretty doable in my opinion, and for everybody to do this at the same time, get the balloons is a bit of a challenge, and also to get the apples, especially when everything is like floating up at the same time. But overall, when it comes to the actual class, I really don't have anything bad to say about it, and I definitely join every time archery class comes up in the class schedule. And the next class that we have here is the flight class, which is basically the extension of the PE class that we used to have inside of Campus 2. If you don't remember what that extension was or what the PE class used to be inside of Campus 2, here's a small breakdown of what it used to be. Basically, all you needed to do whenever you teleported in Campus 2 to do the PE class, you used to run through the actual water and you needed to like climb up a ladder in the PE class. And once you did that, you needed to jump over a couple of hurdles. And once you jumped over those hurdles, you would come to like a runway where it would tell you to spread your wings to fly up in the sky. And once you fly up in the sky, you're basically collecting all of these diamonds inside of these hoops in the sky. And that's basically what flight class is. But except in flight class, instead of collecting diamonds, the hoops are replaced with the teleportation circles that we have whenever we're teleporting to a different realm. And we need to collect 42 of these before anybody else does to get a better grade and to get more XP inside of the class. Now, I personally really love the flight class. It is very fun, and I remember that this was a class that was also inside of the evening fall festival where you needed to fly through, like you actually needed to be on a broomstick. They gave you a broomstick to fly through all of the hoops and collect all of this stuff inside of the sky. Flight class was just really fun when you're flying along with your friends, and even if your friends have voice chat, it was just so fun just to fly and try like compete with your friends. It's a really fun class for anybody to try, and honestly I always join it whenever it comes up on the school schedule. Potionology class, in my personal opinion, I still don't like it. Potionology class is just like chemistry class, except combinations start off really small and you need to either press the number keys on top of your keyboard or press the actual potions itself, and the more that you get correct at a fast pace, the more that will show up in all of the combinations. So I'm really slow at this class, I realize, and I really need to work on my reflexes and my memory skills when it comes to this class. And honestly, I really don't have that much to say about the class besides I just need to get better at it for me to actually like it. But overall, it is a very enjoyable class. I really love the Potionology classroom itself and how there are just certain things just floating all over the place. It's such a fun environment to be in. So let's move on to our final class, which is the final class that I remember off the top of my head. So the swimming class is the final class that I remember. Please tell me down in the comments if I would have forgotten any other class or anything else that would be considered as a class down in the comments. But the swimming class, in my personal opinion, it's kind of hard. I'm the only person that thinks that because I have not finished the little swim competition once where you need to like do that little obby to get to the baton and then you need to come back to the beginning. I have never finished that once, and I don't know if that's just because I'm bad at timing, like jumping over stuff. Every time I've just attempted it, I have never finished it and it just ended in disaster. So personally, all I need to say about the class with that, along with Potionology and also English class and basketball, is that I just need to get better at it, bro. I just need to get better at all of these classes, and then I'll be able to rank them properly in like a future video or something. So yeah, I think that is all I have to say about my opinions about all of the best and the worst classes inside of Campus 4.2. If you guys have anything to add, please put it down in the comments. And yeah, I think that is all I have to say on today's video. If you guys like the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and see ya.